This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
So, my friend Missy posted the other night. She scared herself. Her cat scared her, and I had a problem that same night. I scared myself. So we both slept with the lights on, which is funny. But her cat was looking up and like caterwauling, you know how they do that chattering thing? Mm-hmm. And he was looking up and like following something that wasn't there for a long time, like all night basically.
Oh,
and that would creep me out. But what got me was I'm in this group called Strange Wisconsin, and it's pretty awesome. There was an amazing post on there about up by Devil's Lake. There's some controversy as to whether they're skinwalkers or what they are. But this person was like riding as a passenger in a car, and this being kind of came out of the side, like the ditch, and started running like next to the car and was like just like staring at him. It was humanoid, but definitely not human. And so they posted this, and then the flurry of stories of people that have gone through something similar there was wild. And then somebody came in that was like a historian with like local native whatever folklore from that area and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh no. But that's not the one that scared me.
I love those.
It's awesome. Strange Wisconsin is a great group.
Did you? Well, it also has that Astelin too. You know about that?
Oh yeah. So this is the post that I read the other night at 10:30 at night, which was the stupidest thing ever. And so then I had to get up and turn all the lights on in the house. And I was trying to make Chewy lay in the bed with me. He's like, you're dumb. You're doing too much. I'm laying here in my bed. I'm going to sleep. Crazy bitch. Okay. So I had posted in comments about my daughter when she was 3, who's now 8, saying a girl named Darcy, along with other people, would come up from the ground at night. And Darcy would play with her and tell her to do certain things because she didn't like when mom and dad disciplined. She started to not want to talk about it, so we let it be. Fast forward 5 years, so we're in the present. Mm-hmm. Last week, I was picking my daughter up from my parents' house after school. My mom pulled me aside and said that my daughter was talking about Darcy to her again. She said Darcy still comes to play all the time at 3 a.m. Hello.
That's the witching hour.
And explain that's when the veil is thin. And explain that's why she's tired in the morning. The thing that most concerns me is that this last time she told my mom that Darcy told her to go ruin my wife's flavored powders she mixes with water and my coffee, like mixing them together, etc. She said Darcy told her that if she didn't do it, that there would be consequences, and one of them is she will kill my dog. My dog since then has not been acting normal. Her safe space is under my computer desk or her kennel that we keep open. The past few days, she just sits in her kennel or under my desk all day, acting like she's scared. Am I overreacting, or has anyone dealt with something like this before? We're not scared of Darcy. We are just concerned by the things our daughter tells us that Darcy tells her to do. Also, none of us have ever met or known a person named Darcy. And then what was bad was the comments within. And people were like, do not give her a name. You need to not give it a name. You're giving it power. And then there were people that had stories about seeing people like Darcy when they were kids. Mm-hmm. Dumb. Yeah. Why am I reading this at 10:30 at night?
Because then you're sitting there and then your brain goes just like theirs did. And then you start seeing, you're like, oh man, in the corner. Mm-hmm. And it's the old pink elephant thing. Don't think of a pink elephant, right. You know? So then you're sitting there like, oh, man, and you scare yourself.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at it. I've done it my whole life.
You can't lay off on a bed with any sort of appendage hanging off, can you?
Mm-mm. No, that's how they get you.
Yeah. Pull you under.
Look I'm safe, and I never do it, so.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different. The JJO Morning Show podcast. Johnny and D, JJO.
So I'm sure by now you've heard about the F-35 stealth fighter jet that the Marines lost. We were going to talk about this yesterday, but we had Matt in here being
Matt Chat.
So the Marines lost F-35 stealth fighter jet, and you know what? Don't be so judgy about it, okay? Like you haven't misplaced anything before.
Not $1 billion jet, but you know.
Well, they found it in South Carolina. So this is an eyewitness named Randolph White who heard the jet as it went down. This is from his interview with WBTW-TV. All right, here we go. Roll the tape.
I was in the bathroom taking a shave, and I heard a screeching, between a screech and a whistle. I said, what in the world is this? And I heard a boom. Then my whole house shook. Did a meteorite come out of space or something? And I said, well, if it's an airplane, it need to be reported. But the thing was flying just too low. Choppers keep flying around. I said, well, somebody must have robbed the bank or whatever. Just through the grace of God, nobody didn't get hurt. Anything man-made can malfunction. But it needs to be investigated, and the public need to know what really happened. It could have been a major disaster.
Could have been.
I want to hear that.
Okay.
Be part of today's Marine Corps Air Station Mishap Division.
Eject. I have to eject. Someone keep track of where the plane's going.
You'll help recover an F-35 fighter jet worth millions. Despite the enormous military budget and the world's most sophisticated technology, we're looking for boots on the ground to help find this missing state-of-the-art aircraft.
This is one hell of a mishap.
No military experience required. The Marine Corps Air Station Mishap Division. Because mishap sounds better than blunder, calamity, or disaster.
I love that.
I was in there. I said, what in the world is this?
It's amazing.
You need to pull that.
That is, I will.
A screeching, between a screech and a whistle. I said, what in the world is this?
It's amazing.
That is fantastic. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Ah, man. Them F-35s ain't cheap, eh?
No.
Get the knockoff version.
Yeah, I can't believe that's the amount of money those things. If you could, which is the crazy thing is, you really, I don't know if we even need them anymore. You have Predator drones, which are the best, and nobody's dogfighting. This isn't, Top Gun.
Right.
You're just
Yeah, don't you think it's just a flex?
yes, 100%.
Okay.
Look what we can do. Look at my look at my muscles.
Which, I mean, there's something to be said about
Well,
posturing. Right?
you peacock so that you just it's a deterrent. So, but yeah, I mean, should we have them? Sure. Predator drones, man. If I could tell you and show you some of the things I've seen with those things are badass.
Yeah. Well,
they could hit you, not even know that that's coming by, hit you sitting right next to me and not even hit me and make you just disintegrate.
well, that's why these folks. I'm sure I'll offend
Through the
a
building,
few of
too.
them here. That's why these folks that are stockpiling ammo and weapons because they're ready in case they have to fight the government. I'm just like, dude, that ain't gonna do it, man.
Unless because they got bunker beaters
Right.
too. They'll just explode as it goes through and then explode inside.
Right.
So you have no chance.
Right.
None. I mean, the only thing
The
is just the sheer number, safety in numbers, but still, any sort of group or anything where you would have to be able to have some sort of rebellion.
Yeah.
You have to consolidate your sources. They would just blow that resource up.
Right.
So
Yeah. I believe
not good.
It's not good.
It's too much. They used to take those things. Those Predator drones used to land at Nellis all the time, and I'd see those things take off.
Yeah.
And then just hearing that, zzz, oh man.
Yeah.
And you can't see them, you can't hear them.
It's kind of cool, but also
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I watched these guys. It was they had the video of them, and they're all sitting in a row, because they were getting like some sort of award, and it was in the Middle East, and they hit a guy. All you heard, you saw him go like this, and that's it, and then in between, they were sitting like you'd sit in a movie theater, right?
Yeah.
They're all up on a stage like they're getting an award.
yeah.
Hit one guy, nobody else. I mean, obviously they were covered and stuff, but
That is awesome.
yeah, it's monkeying with that. But an F-35, sure.
A whistle. I said, what what in the world is this?
People, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
People are slamming the folks running a 600-year-old church in England for installing 2 beer taps inside of the church. The church will serve alcohol at 2 local music and arts festivals. Here's Reverend Nick Widow saying he doesn't give a crap what you think, bitch.
So we've had this bar constructed partly for coffee on a Sunday, but also so that when we run events, St Ives Brewery have kind of come in and installed these beer pumps for us, and we can serve drinks as well to people that come in for concerts and choirs and various other events that we run.
Let's get messed up at church.
Right. Right. No one's getting hammered at church that isn't already getting hammered at church.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, like, they're trying to, I'm sure that it's a fundraiser for the church as well or whatever, having these festivals.
Why?
Shut up. God.
You can't have beer there.
Right. Why don't you gotta keep it
You know
closeted?
you have control of the taps, right?
No. I think they're mad because it's a 600-year-old church and you put
Yeah,
something
I could
in there.
understand. I could understand.
But if we're gonna
that, I
play
guess.
that game, then you better get rid of the friggin' plumbing.
Yeah, exactly. You better poop in a jar because that.
Is that what they did?
600 years, yeah, plumbing, dude. That wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
You better not bring your phones in.
That's right. Thank you.
You better send that pigeon with
We're
the
gonna
little
keep it real.
note on his foot.
It's like, I don't know, man. Listen, I know there's these puppy play people around. Have you seen those people?
Yeah, wasn't it in Berlin that they
Yeah,
started?
they had a big get together,
And
but
they-
I've seen them in real life, and so the whole thing is like they identify as a dog and they want to live as a dog. But I saw a fella who was wearing the mask and wanted to be a dog, and he was smoking a cigarette, and I was like, dogs don't smoke
Yet.
yet. So you're on the line. You're waffling.
You should have rolled up a newspaper and smacked him in the nose with it.
Feel like you would have liked it a little bit.
I'm guessing that's a little bit of that.
I'm thinking it is too.
There's a little bit of some.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure it out, but then I just take breaks from it. I'm like, I don't know that I need to figure that out.
You don't want to.
I do. The theme for today, so everybody's on the same page, and this is me and Lance decided the theme for today is, I don't want to.
Yeah,
So if anything comes up today that you don't want to do,
just don't.
I don't want to. You're a grown person. You can make your own decisions, and I give you a free pass. Oh, you can. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to. You want a free pass?
Yeah. What do you
so
not wanna
bad.
do? Everybody's got the same demeanor.
For real.
It's like the energy is exactly the same.
Oh my God.
As I was just
it's
sitting there, I was
brutal.
like, I gotta go. I don't want to. I don't want to, dude.
Dude, I know. I feel like everyone's going through some things right now, and it's just like,
I want to shower and lay on a couch and watch stupid stuff.
Yes.
Eating pizza.
Like just nothing. Like just
Like an awful cardboard frozen pizza.
yeah,
right,
and,
yeah.
and it's like raining out, and you're just comfortable, and you got nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, those days are worth its weight
few
in
and far
gold.
between.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
The Trixie Trixie. Oh, yeah. She's got your beer now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Trixie Trixie. Oh, yeah. Well, she's got your beer now. Yeah, 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 yeah. 6-packs and bombers and growlers of ale. Let her mix and match 'em, there's no room to fail. Located out on East Washington. Trixie's is the place for all your fall fun. I said, Trixie, Trixie. Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
She's got your beer now.
Hi, Trixie.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic.
We hear you. We hear you.
But at least we can drink some beer.
Right, exactly. All right. What I love that your shirt says "Radiate Positivity." You're like, I'm fine.
Listen,
I don't want it.
listen. I just want to make sure I'm reminding myself.
It's fantastic. All right, what do we got here for the pick 6?
All right, well, we're going to start off a little light with that Happy Mom seltzer. It's a raspberry hard seltzer, 5% alcohol. They also make a Happy Dad Death Row grape and a watermelon. So there's different flavors out there from this seltzer company. The seltzers are obviously going up in style. This one is really unique in flavor to me. It says raspberry, and call it a suggestive sale, but someone told me it tasted like Trixie yogurt, and I'm kind of getting that.
I've never ate Trixie yogurt.
Trix
I'm not
yogurt.
gonna lie.
I only had it once.
Yeah. It's definitely a fake raspberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's There's
But
not
there's
a lot
a sourness to it that I think people would like. And for the people out there, I wonder if there's just less carbonation too, because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't like that heavy carbonation. So they've literally, the company has said, hey, we're like, it's going to be less carbonation. The body is just a little lighter. I wonder if that makes a huge difference in the taste profile too.
I wonder too. It kind of tastes like it just. I wouldn't know there was booze in here if you fed this to me.
This is the Happy Dad's, the Nelk Boys, right?
So we're going to grab the Tito's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is that, do you know these guys, the Nelk Boys? They're like a huge, this the Gen Zers here, but they're like huge YouTube and media, TikTok, all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're huge.
I probably seen them.
Yeah.
Seen
They have Full Send or whatever. That's their brand, and they do that. They're like a version of like Logan Paul and stuff like that, the Nelk Boys.
yeah.
Steve will do it. So this is their beer, and I'm pretty, when I saw Happy Dad, I was like, Happy Mom, wait a minute. Oh, it's just they're crossed out the dad and put
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, it's 100 calories. It's only 10 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
And it's from the Happy Dad Seltzer Company. I'm kind of interested in trying the Death Row Grape, but
Yeah, for sure. It's okay. I mean, I think we're all at the same point with all the seltzers right now, and it's like you just kind of got to find
the one you like.
right what your preference is.
Which you have choices.
Oh, yeah.
Seltzer sales have only gone up. Our seltzer door only increases.
Yeah.
The variety is there.
For sure.
So
100%. And I know, like you said, the lack of carbonation in here, I mean, there's some, but very little, I think is going to be a big appeal for a lot of folks.
I agree.
Yeah, totally.
I agree.
I usually prefer the more bubbly stuff, but sometimes you want something a little more chilled, a little more relaxed. What do you think over there, Samuel Adams?
Yeah, I think it's good. I like it. It's a little, like you said, there's not much carbonation or anything to it, but I love it.
I'm not disagreeing with the lack of carbonation in there.
Yeah. I find it hard to get excited about a seltzer like I do about a good beer. Is that fair? I feel like they all kind of are just like...
They're in one group. They're kind of the...
Like, I'll drink any one of them. I'm not opposed to any of them. There are some that I prefer more than others, but I'm just like, this
All right.
is another seltzer.
I was going to say, there are a few out there that I do actually really like. Like, super like.
For sure.
But you're right.
Like, I always lean... Well, I like the Three Sheeps, but I always lean towards Vizzy.
Vizzies are good.
Why.
Yeah.
Like, that seems to hit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you just kind of got to shop around and figure out which seltzer has the carbonation that you like, the flavoring that you like, yada, yada.
Vizzy was the one they were serving at the BMO Harris, right?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, they had Vizzy ones out there, which is good. I was like, I'm digging on that. But it's a lot more carbonation. This one's a lot like...
Yeah.
It's just more... Seems like flavored water.
Right. Yeah.
Like Mio or something.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like that kind of body doesn't bother me.
Me neither.
Yeah, right.
That's why I said
Yeah.
it's
I like it. The body-wise, I like it.
Yeah, for sure. Same.
fair to Midland.
All right, what's next?
All right, cool. So this next one, 73 Kolsch. You know more about this fella than I do. Named after the former UW Badger and Hall of Fame player, Joe Thomas.
Joey.
Yeah, so
Joe
Great Lake.
Thomas.
This is from Great Lakes Brewing Company, 5.7% alcohol. It's a Kolsch. It's a really tasty Kolsch, in my opinion. This is brewed with rye, so it makes it really crisp and dry. But the rye is like not the forefront at all. And I love, love, love this Kolsch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do too.
I can drink this Kolsch a long time.
Right down my alley. I
Yep.
love this stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a huge fan of Kolsch
It tastes
as well.
good too. Tastes real good.
This is add it to the repertoire of Kolsch beers that you're gonna love.
Mm-hmm.
I do get the rye in there for sure, but I would know this was a Kolsch. For
Smells
sure.
good.
Yeah,
It smells good. I love the crispness
know.
of it. It's such a clean drink. It's not like nothing weird's left over.
it's just light. It's
I love
just-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is home run.
Yep.
I agree.
fantastic.
It's nice and just like it's straw based, but that rye just really amps it up. I love it.
And Great Lakes, that's they do the Edmund Fitzgerald
Yeah, they do.
beer.
Yeah,
Totally
those are
perfect
great.
for tailgating. This one,
Oh, yeah, it is.
honestly, like can and all. So absolutely love it.
You can learn a lot listening to podcasts,
Did you know that the hottest chili pepper in the world is so hot it could kill you?
or you can listen to this one.
Bears can smell your menstruation.
I can smell your menstruation.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Pretty good.
We are tasting beers with Trixie from Trixie's Liquor over in East Wash. We are in the second stage of our testing. What do we got here?
We are. Okay, so we're going to go back to an old school beer, Lagunitas, a little something, something, except, new recipe, new can. And I know Chris sent you a picture this morning of the old can.
Okay, is that? I was like, what am I looking at here?
Okay.
An old can.
So the old can for Lagunitas, and just bless their hearts. As I don't know what else to say. And it's so funny, this old school can, I never really thought about it.
I never did either.
Until it was pointed out, but it looks like...
Holy bad flow.
So it's like the pinup lady
I was going to let him say it. I didn't know how to...
has
Looks like a crimson wave.
Yeah.
Crimson explosion.
yeah.
Which is fine and dandy. It happens.
It does.
Not to me.
Well, good
Yeah,
for you.
because
Good
because
for you.
y'all couldn't handle it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, we didn't take the apple. Huh? You the one that gave it.
I'm gonna punch you right in your stupid face.
I'm not in the mood for that nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Dude. I don't wanna.
That's my pass.
That's what.
I love you. All right, so they redesigned the packaging, and it's a new recipe.
It's a new recipe, so honestly, I like it a little better. It's a little smoother. The other one, I think, had a slight more punch to it. I think this one is just a little something, something.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they took that name and they were like, okay, we're going to give you a little something, something. I actually think it's a little smoother of a recipe, and I think the body has a little more context to it. Without it being... The body has a really good context to it without it being like super heavy. I felt like the last one was a little heavier, if I
Okay.
remember it correctly.
Well,
it was a
yeah.
minute. It's been a minute.
That's what I'm saying too. I can't tell you the last time I had it, so I'm struggling to remember what the old recipe tastes like. But I can tell you, I do enjoy the new recipe. It's there is a punch on the back end, but it's not
7.5.
super assaulting.
And with it being a wheat IPA, it just adds a little different body
Yeah.
to it. There's just a little more depth to it.
Yeah, there is a bitterness at the end, though.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
7.5% alcohol. It's still...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that face. It's still a sippa,
got a
Yeah.
right
'cause
cross to it.
You want a little something, something, not, the whole six pack. But
Right, yeah, for sure. Awesome, Lagunitas. If you get a chance, get down there and do the Lagunitas tour. It's really awesome.
It's such a pretty brewery.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was endless.
I couldn't believe the volume of beer on that freaking warehouse floor.
I absolutely could not believe it, especially from seeing it at top from that one perspective we had.
Yeah.
It felt like it was like a football stadium long.
Right. And what did he say? It was all going to be turned over within 36 hours or whatever? I was
something
like,
crazy like that.
Where,
I'm like,
where is it?
It's in Chicago.
Okay. Hey, they kept the splatter right here on the little,
they just didn't angle her in an offensive way then. That's not nice.
There's the splatter.
Toad splats. That's
Yep.
all right.
Well, that's cool. They
I like
kinda
it. Yeah,
keep
I
the
don't-
same a little.
I like it. The remodel is awesome.
Are they redoing all of their cans? Is
I
it
don't
like
know
a
if they're
rebranding,
redoing
remarketing?
I don't know. I mean, the dog is still on there and everything. I think it was just this beer.
All right.
This is their new beer.
All right. What do we
All
got
right.
next here?
All right, Satin Solitude Imperial Stout by Central Waters, 7.7% alcohol. So another big one. So we're this is delicious. I mean, it's a classic goodie, super smooth, chocolatey, little coffee notes, very toasty but smooth. Sometimes that toasty makes it, a little more aggressive, but they still have that smooth mouthfeel to the beer. So it's super nice. It's a classic,
dude.
It's very good.
Very soft mouthfeel on this. There's not a lot of the. You do get the coffee and the cocoa nibs in there, but it's not overly bitter.
Right.
With those. This is exactly what I needed to make me not murder anybody today.
Oh,
Satin.
I came in just in time.
I know, right? Radiate positivity.
I did it. Thank
Mission
goodness.
accomplished, Trix.
All right, one down.
It's amazing. And Central Waters, how's our friend Nello doing?
I was just going to say we're trying to talk to him to figure out another time he can come in and visit us here.
Yes.
I'm hoping that he can surprise us with another cheese pairing or something. That was fun.
It was super fantastic.
I loved it.
I know.
What can you pair for cheese with this?
Oh,
a lot of things.
Yeah,
I bet there's a smoky cheese out there he'd put with it.
Oh, yeah. Smoky would be good.
There's all sorts of cheese out there.
Yeah.
You start shopping for cheese, it's like an endless. You could start spending like $50 to $60 on just cheese.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he had that 20-year cheddar in here that was
man.
like crystallized. Do you remember that?
I
It was like transported to another dimension.
Oh yeah, it's like crunchy.
That's my youngest favorite cheese is 20-year cheddar.
Oh God, can we shoot a little lower on the price list here?
I know, right? I did it to myself.
Right.
I did it to myself. Here, let me culture you. And then I'm like, oh, good. I get the bill now.
I've had a dinner of cheese. You know that?
You could just do a dinner of
I
cheese.
know.
You might want to have some special tea afterwards.
No,
But
dude, I have. I've had
help your
plates
tummy
where
out. But
I can't stop eating cheese, dude.
Ooh, you might
I
want
would
to
sit there and
help
just-
your stomach out a little bit after that. But it's a lot of cheese.
Oh man, plate of cheese.
I love you.
I needed that. You radiated positivity to me. Oh, yay.
It's fantastic. Are you a Central Waters fan, Lance? Have
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They're one of my all-time favorite breweries. I feel like
Yep.
it's when I see a beers from Central Waters, I know without a doubt I'm going to love it.
Exactly.
And I don't
love
know
them.
how they do it, but it's just nonstop fantastic beers coming out of there. I did go up there and like literally the only thing in Amherst is Central Waters.
Yeah.
There isn't any.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the mud. That was the one, Mud Puppy Porter.
That's a good one.
That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one's so damn good.
We went up there for their party too. I don't know if they still have their party. Because COVID.
They still have parties.
Do
don't
they?
Didn't he start that again?
I don't know.
They have a
and
good Oktoberfest too. But
yeah. But at that party, they have all those barrel aged. They had a barrel aged cherry stout that was just like, shut up and make love to me. It was amazing.
bourbon
I
barrel
had some
cherry
pretty
stout.
exciting tap takeover parties there.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we were bussed.
Oh, I'm looking at their. This is insane because they have that
I
rum
know.
barrel coconut porter.
Yeah.
They have the vanilla bean stout.
Yeah.
They have the bourbon pecan Kringle stout.
That one is super good. That one is super good. And that noise was pretty awesome.
Bourbon barrel Scotch ale. Ah.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
The Pick Six Craft Beer Review. You can find these beers in the JJO cooler at Trixie's. All right, what are our last two?
All right, so we're going to go into the fall season. Surly's Oktoberfest. Surly is, in my mind, is just not really known for a lot of, seasonals and stuff like that. So it's awesome that... It's awesome that... that's the...
Oh, yeah, I smell.
Okay.
I'm going to get a whiff of that.
It was fun to know that they're going to do an Oktoberfest. This is a brand new beer, and I really like it. I love the body of it. It's a lighter body, but it definitely has some toasty qualities to it and some spice kick.
Yeah.
And hops. I mean, I definitely just think that there is a extra an extra set of hops into this
Well,
Oktoberfest.
Surly's kind of known for more hoppy
Yeah, they
stuff.
are.
I like the fact that there's some hops in here. I
Yeah.
mean, it definitely adds a different kick to an Oktoberfest, but it still holds that body, the warmness
It's still like
to
bready,
it.
yeah.
It's a lot more bold than the other Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it's not as heavy on the tongue or as like caramely as the other ones that I've
If
used
you
to.
are like not a hop person, this probably isn't an Oktoberfest you'll super enjoy.
Yeah.
But if you are, I think this is one you're going to want to pick up this week and give a go.
Totally. Well, and if you're a beer person at all, I would just give it a go because this is kind of out of their wheelhouse.
Yeah,
It really
just to try
is.
something
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, to go malty like
Throw
that.
it with some cheese.
Right. Just slap some cheese on it. All right. What's our last beer?
All right, this last one is really fun. Voodoo Ranger, their Atomic Pumpkin, but instead of it just being their Atomic Pumpkin from last year, it's their spicy release for it. I like the extra. I mean, the cinnamon feels like it's resting on your tongue.
Yeah.
Like it actually feels like you had cinnamon sugar toast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the grain is like on your tongue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
Now,
That
I like
cinnamon
it.
comes out
I like
tremendously.
it, and I'm
a huge
actually
cinnamon fan.
think this is a really fun twist to a pumpkin beer.
It's-
It makes me want to actually drink one of these.
It totally, I feel like, leaves changing around me
I know.
when you taste it.
I know. Where's the campfire?
I know. This
Where's
is
the big
cheese?
blanket?
Where's the cheese?
The cheese and the campfire. That
That's
means
all
more
year
cheese,
round.
you guys. I don't know.
I love the spiciness of this. It's but I am a huge I love those cinnamon discs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Cinnamon
yes.
disc candies.
Yes.
The Red Hots. That cinnamon is my jam. Big Red. I love it. So
I don't think this is like spicy big red
No, it doesn't have that
to
chemically
the
taste.
thing, but you're right. Like that's definitely the wheelhouse that we're in.
yeah, for sure.
It's an
fantastic.
aftertaste of it like crazy.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah. Like that. That's definitely.
it.
It sits like a couple seconds after you finish your drink, and then it just like flares up.
And 6.4,
fantastic.
it'll warm you up.
Yeah.
Yes. I wish
You were that
I
chair?
could have recorded that
Yeah.
because that
should have seen the
would have
move.
made me radiate positivity all day.
That gyration.
It's fantastic. I love it. This is gonna be in my top of pumpkin beers.
I think so.
Yeah, the
I
Whole
agree.
Hog, Whole Hog, their pumpkin one, the Pumpkin Disorderly from Vintage, and this, and that's crazy because those are three completely different.
They're really, really different.
Yeah.
Taste, this one has, like the cinnamon. It just, you
So
nailed it on the
good.
head. It stays
I
there.
think that I'm going to get a 6-pack of this and save some for Thanksgiving. Because again,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be one of those people that's just like constantly ragging on you. These are going to be gone before Halloween.
Yes, y'all need to get your hands on your Oktoberfest beers and your pumpkin beers right meow.
Yep.
Or you're gonna be. I don't want to hear you crying and bitching.
As I'm going to take it from you. I'm just kidding.
Fantastic. All right, Trixie, when do you open? Where can people find you?
All right, so come visit us at Trixie's in the corner of East Wash and Oak Street. We've got all the JJO beers lined up and ready for you to pick up. Just ask us where they are, and they'll point you to all the delicious goodness. The arcade also has like 2 Oktoberfest on at a time, and start booking your family-friendly birthday parties. We've got extra room upstairs, and the kiddos love it. There's lots of deals. Give us a call.
That's awesome. What if someone wanted to have, like, if they've got a small company with few employees or whatever, can they do a party there?
Absolutely. We've done a lot of employee parties. That's awesome. We'll
right.
accommodate anything.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.